under a different title before. What was it? Cascanata Loppet.
That was a very cold one this year.
Oh, this is, I mean,
-40
I'm hearing, this is ridiculous. I don't, and kudos to the people that have got out. I've got some friends who belong to Nakartok, and they're out there cross-country skiing and Nordic skiing.
Yeah.
And we know, I mean, we've done it. It doesn't matter how cold it is. In 5 minutes, you
get warm.
You're going to warm yourself up.
Exactly.
And you're good to go, You just
but still, it was a harsh winter.
It was.
Going over the past, if anybody hasn't had a chance to check out Ottawa Outdoors yet, the winter edition, we're talking about bannock recipes. So I just learned about what bannock was a few months ago. So that was very interesting to see that there's a variety of recipes. Winter birds.
I gotta say, I don't know what bannock recipes are.
Well, I'll show you.
Take a look at the
bannock.
Oh, you've got the summer magazine.
Yeah, I got the summer one here.
I'll send it to you. I'll send the winter article to you. It's like a kind of bread that you taste over. You roast over a fire, an open pit.
And it's a staple of our First Nations background and voyageurs who just kept them fed.
Oh, cool.
Delicious with the kind of duck fat, I guess, you use. And it's very interesting. I just learned about that. So it's good to see that there's multiple recipes. You do winter birds. Birding's very big in Ottawa. I was just recently at the Wildlife Expo at the City Hall. And there was ottawabirds.ca. There's a website where you can get together and everybody collectively does the watching, and I thought pigeons were the most common bird in Ottawa. Way off.
Oh, yeah, we got a pretty good variety of birds here.
Yeah, excellent. So the article is great on that. Where to ski and snowshoe, of course. That's very good.
Yeah.
Baxter Conservation. So I didn't know about Baxter Conservation.
Yeah,
so
one of the great and Maribel blog. These are popular places. The schools are just to get away for some. Opportunities to enjoy winter,
Absolutely. And if people are always doing the same things in Ottawa time over time, there's so many different areas of town. If you go from Orleans to Barrhaven to all across the city, so there's great things there. And you even have John Stanton's writing on cold weather running. So
yeah, that's right. Pulled that article in. Stanton, he's the founder of the Running Room. For those that don't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's got some great tips.
I always thought that was odd because I heard that some people, if you do cold or exercises out in the winter, that you could scar your lungs or whatnot. Right. But I mean, and we've discussed this, I believe, when we were interviewing Ottawa Marathon or whatnot.
John, yes.
Yeah, that I guess you have a face mask on. The air that you're breathing with your face mask on isn't going to be the -35 that's out there, so your lungs are going to be fine. So
there wasn't as many people running this year, but for obvious reasons. But they're coming out in droves right now.
Are they ever?
Yeah. It's good, and I like the one company that's in the magazine often is Somersault. And what I love about them is when they started is they have all these different races all summer long,
every single weekend now.
And I think that's just terrific. And triathlons, and
that's really cool.
And I guess the other thing I'm seeing a resurgence in is or what's coming is all these OCRs, obstacle course races.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's tons of them.
We had the winter one at Lansdowne.
Yeah.
And we have there's the Tough Mudder.
Yeah.
The Mud Race.
Spartan. Hero. But there's
a lot of other races
there's
with
paint ones.
Yeah, the where they get dyed there. Run or die or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
A lot of
winter marathons.
They're fun. I mean, and some of them, like the tough ones, it's for fitness for sure, like Spartan. But other ones, it's really just a photo op to look really good with white teeth and a muddy face. So stick it on your Facebook page.
But I believe that in this day and age where there's Netflix and iPads and all this kind of stuff, all kinds of crap, that the variety of races is good. So I'm all for all of these. Well, it gets you out there, gets you trained, gets you motivated.
Well, and the good thing about it is for some that aren't, say, the big runners or the triathlons, I mean, these OCRs are, they're picking up because you don't have to be trained like a madman, but you can go do something a lot of fun.
Right? Yeah. Or if you wanted to get into marathon running, I mean, you're not going to just jump in and go to the Boston Marathon or anything.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah.
They won't let you in.
And just one last thing before we go, like with Somerset, it's so great that if you run a 10-kilometer course in your practice all the time, if you're doing the same one, these races are great because then you can join the Stithville one and drive 20 minutes and do a 10K that you've never seen before. So that's all. Yeah. I think that's great that we have that in Ottawa. It's very we're very fortunate because
We are.
not many people have that in other cities. All right, let's take a quick break before we get back with David. We're going to do one more song from Ornaments. It's going to be Go, Go, Go before we come back. And and we'll listen to Jen from Foodie Prince. And we'll be right back with Dave. And we're going to talk outdoor and adventure show that you're going to want to get to at EY Center on March 20th and 21st. We'll be right back. All right, thank you so much, Jen.
Thanks, Nick and Andrew. With the promise of spring in the air, sun, and warmer temperatures, it can only mean one thing. March break is finally here. Or, well, I guess almost. If you haven't made any plans yet, and you're still looking for some fun activities to do as a family, here are a couple of suggestions. So with warmer daytime temperatures and the chilly nights, the sap from maple trees should be flowing beautifully, making this the perfect time of year to visit some maple syrup farms. A popular favorite among families is Stanley's Old Maple Lane Farm. It's located about a half-hour drive southeast of the Ottawa Airport, and the farm will be open to the public on weekends from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. until April 12th. However, from Tuesday, March 17th to Friday, March 20th, special hours are in place with activities for the whole family from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. General admission is free, with some exceptions though, such as taffy on the snow and sleigh rides. Those do require some tickets. So visit www.stanleysfarm.com for more details. Now, another favorite is Fulton's Pancake House and Sugar Bush. Passed down through 5 generations of one family, this old farm dates all the way back to the early 1840s, with maple trees as old as 200 years old being tapped every year. Fulton's is located about a half-hour drive northwest of Carleton Place. And to help celebrate the March break, the farm will be operating special hours from this Saturday, March 14th to Sunday, March 22nd. There will be daily horse-drawn rides and trail games, and of course, you can explore the sap to syrup production. Be sure to visit their website, www.fultons.ca, to get the full schedule and details. Now, if you're looking, though, for an activity a little closer to home, then consider the Arctic Food Fair at the Canadian Museum of Nature. From March 14th to the 22nd, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., this is a great opportunity for the whole family to try Arctic char, stew, some mini seal pies, bison sliders, bannock, and Arctic berry preserves and some Arctic berry tea. There'll also be performances that you can enjoy, such as throat singing and drum dancing. And kids can also play some Inuit games and have some fun decorating reindeer-shaped cookies. Now, admission to the food fair itself is free with the museum admission. That means that general admission prices can range anywhere from $8.50 for children's ages 3 to 12, or $10.50 for students, so that's ages 13 and up, and $12.50 for adults. You'll need to purchase food and beverage coupons at $1 each. The cost of the food and beverage samples itself also ranges from anywhere from 1 to 4 coupons. So for more details, you can also visit www.nature.ca. And that is it for today. Have a great weekend and enjoy your March break.
All right, thank you so much, Jen and Ornaments. And right now we're back with Dave Brown. We're going to talk outdoor and adventure show. And of course, the dates are March 21st and 22nd. Whoever said the 20th and 21st, they're fired.
Yeah.
We're
getting rid of our research team.
So it's at the EY Center. The hours are 10 to 6 on Saturday, 10 to 5 on Sunday. And we're here to talk all about it.
Yeah.
So,
how long's that been going on for?
It's in its fourth year now.
Oh, right.
But it's my first time with it, really.
Oh, and how's that been going for the first time?
Oh, getting no sleep. But
yeah.
I was, when the company came forward, Can East, 4 years ago, and they said, "Hey, Dave, we want to launch this outdoor and adventure travel show." And I had Ottawa Outdoors, so it was logical that I get involved. I was involved doing just a little show magazine, a show guide, but that was it. And then I approached him to buy the show, and he said yes. So now I'm stoked because I have an outdoor magazine and an outdoor show, and the two of them complement each other perfectly. And
I think so.
And life's good now.
Yeah, well, once I come up for air.
Yeah.
So it's been fun building it to be.
It's a challenge.
As great. Yeah, but
it's exciting.
They got the ball rolling. I appreciate all that, for sure. I'm just trying to, with all the relationships I have with so many well-known local celebrity speakers and every discipline with the outdoors, I'm stoked to have them.
So what are some of the differences that people can expect from previous years versus this year coming?
Well, one big one is the lineup of speakers. Instead of the odd celebrity speaker that the public may or may not know, it's people like Kevin Callan and Becky Mason, Becky's all over the news right now because what she's selling some collector's items of her dad, Bill Mason, who I grew up watching on national on public television. Yeah.
For those that don't know, he's a famous canoe paddler, I guess
absolutely,
you could call him.
Did great movies. He was like Canada's Grizzly Adams, maybe. He had bearded, and he was like a maestro with that canoe.
Yeah.
What he could do with the paddle. But they've been at the show before, and they're well known. But Ray Zahab is, he's run across the Sahara. He lives out in Chelsea. Jeez. No one has done what he's done. Yeah. He's at the show talking about it. Dave McMahon is known locally for sure. Joe Kowalski from Wilderness Tours.
All right.
No matter what time you go throughout the day, there's going to be speakers and at any times.
And there's great and they're speaking. They're showing PowerPoint presentations. They're showing videos. They're talking about experiences, summiting Everest. I mean, it's just really. And Ottawa's big. We're great at an international level. We will go everywhere in the world. There's a lot of people have been a lot of great places.
Oh, definitely.
And that's excellent. So I didn't know about the Everest. I'm checking. Do you know what time they'll be talking about the Everest?
Yeah, I've got. Well, there's different people, but James Roberts. That's Ontario Sea Kayaking. We're gonna have Kevin Willis.
Kevin Willis will be talking about Everest, and not only the speakers, but you have several clinics going on at all the times as well.
Oh, there's a dog.
You have several clinics. So one of them that I'm going to be focusing on is we're seeing a lot of the SUP paddling on the canal.
Yeah.
And a lot of yoga now is becoming so cool.
Stand-up paddling.
Stand-up paddling. Yeah. I like calling it SUP.
Yeah.
But so there's going to be a lot of demonstrations because you have a huge pool that's going to be erected.
In the show, there's a 20 by 40 foot pool.
Oh, nice.
And Jody Bigelow's got a company called Paddle Fit, and he's going to be there teaching, stand-up paddleboarding 101. I think there's going to be a woman on board who's going to be doing yoga.
Yeah.
That seems to be getting a bit
more popular too. Well, both of them all together, but
but it's all about core and balance, right? And doing it on water, it's a different
adds an element,
different experience.
I bet.
So that's going to be interesting. And also, 100-foot inflatable course.